Welcome to ElixerMe Shine Everyday Hair Color, where your hair color can become your most beautiful asset. ElixerMe Shine Everyday is a low ammonia professional cream permanent hair color enriched with aloe vera, silk proteins, and corn oil, designed to be gentle on the hair and scalp while offering long-lasting, beautiful, shiny color. ElixerMe Hair Color offers an easy 1-to-1 mixing ratio. That's 1 part hair color to 1 part developer. ElixerMe offers the latest inspiration in European permanent hair color, with 84 luminous shades featuring nano-advanced pigments, together with silk proteins that help drive the hair color deeper into the cortex of the hair for longer-lasting, better-conditioned hair color. ElixerMe Naturals were created with more of a blue base for superior gray coverage and natural-looking tones, with levels ranging from 1 to 3 to level 10, and an ash family to match. The next range of colors are Mediterranean browns, a rich palette of deep browns from level 4 to level 6 and 7, chestnut, and chocolate browns to level 8, chestnut golden blondes. Then moving across the golden tones to brilliant coppers and on to vibrant reds and intense mahoganies. ElixerMe also has a high-lift blonde series that produce beautiful, fast-lifting, on-tone blonding, recommended for natural levels 8 and higher. The mixing ratio for the high-lift shades are 1 part hair color to 2 parts of either 30 or 40 volume developer for 2 to 3 levels of on-tone lift. Shades range from high-lift naturals, ash, golden, and rich violet. High-lift blonde series can also be used as toners on bleached hair using 10 volume developer. Unique mixed tones are also available in gray, green, intense red, violet, copper, golden, red, and blue that can all be enriched to help correct color or intensify your color formulas. ElixerMe hair color numbers are easy to understand. The first number represents the level. The numbers after the point represent the base tones. The first number after the point represents 70% of the tone, and the second number following represents 30% of the tone. The numbers that represent the tones are 1, green ash, 2, blue-violet beige, 3, gold, 4, an orange copper, 5, violet red-brown mahogany, 6, red-red, and 7, violet. ElixerMe also offers an amazing bleaching powder featuring a blue base that quickly lifts and tones the darkest hair, leaving it in fabulous condition. ElixerMe Serum is infused with marula oil and is the perfect finish to all your color services. Just add a small amount to the palm of your hands and work into the hair. It protects hair color from fading, controls frizzies, and seals in shine for shine everyday beautiful hair. ElixerMe Shine Everyday Hair Color, where your hair color can become your most beautiful asset. Let's get some color inspiration. Our first client is Erica, who has a cute short haircut done by media artist Oliver Zamet. Erica has virgin hair, and Oliver is suggesting the Mediterranean brown slicing technique. This will add beautiful, soft mahogany brown highlights to accentuate her haircut, brighten her eyes and skin tone. Erica's hair is a level 4 with about 15% gray hair. Her color formula will be 8.73 with 30 volume developer in thin slices and 7.7 with 30 volume in thicker slices. Starting on the left side, taking our first thicker slice, using our formula of 7.7, a chestnut blonde with 30 volume, onto our highlighting papers, making sure to stay off the scalp and apply generously to the ends. Our next thin slice is 8.73, which is a light chocolate golden blonde mixed with 30 volume developer. Continuing up and around the front of the head, alternating papers or foils if you prefer, making sure to be consistent with the same slicing amounts for each thin or thick color placement, working across the top, working from left to right in a double pinwheel placement. Once the front is complete with alternating formula placements, we'll start in the back crown area using a slicing formula with horizontal placement using a 5.7, which is a light chestnut brown, mixed with 20 volume developer for softer color transition of mahogany tones into the back. Once all panels are complete, the processing time will be 35 minutes. The results transforms Erica's dark brown hair, giving signs to gray hair, into rich, natural-looking mahogany color with highlights that adds vibrancy of rich reds and brown tones mixed into her natural dark brown hair. ElixerMe Shine Everyday Hair Color, where your hair color can become your most beautiful asset. Our next technique is back-to-back color panels. Alia is a young lady who has never colored her hair before. She wants to transition into making her brown hair color look richer with red-brown tones. She's wearing a soft, romantic haircut with lots of layers, and Oliver is discussing a natural-looking all-over color change that will enhance her level 4 brown hair with a vibrant auburn shade, making her hair color look richer, yet still very natural. Our color panel formulas will be 5.7, a light chestnut brown, mixed with equal parts 30 volume developer, and another formula of 6.7, a dark chestnut blonde, mixed with 40 volume developer. Starting on the crown area, Oliver will take back-to-back diagonal slices of equal proportion off the scalp to the ends, first using our color formula of 5.7 and alternating with our color formula 6.7, working across the back, making sure to apply a generous amount of color, continuing to work toward the front area with back-to-back diagonal panels, alternating each panel with a slice of color. This technique is wonderful for an all-over color change that will offer a natural level transition while adding vibrant red-brown highlights. The application time is about 15 minutes. Once the full front and sides are complete, we'll move to the back for a virgin application from mid-shaft to ends, using the formula of 6.7 with equal parts of 20 volume developer to softly lighten her base tone, working down the entire back area to the nape. Once that is complete, that same formula of 6.7 will be applied to the scalp area over the entire head, working carefully in between each panel for a full head application, making sure the entire scalp is applied with color. Once the full application is complete, the processing time is 35 minutes. The results are an amazing natural-looking red-brown that truly makes Alia's first color change a positive enhancement to her overall fashion look. ElixerMe Shine Everyday Hair Color, where your hair color can become your most beautiful asset. Marbleizing curly hair, made simple. Julie has massive amounts of natural curly hair, and over time in the sun, has lifted her natural undertones. Oliver has suggested using a marbleizing color technique to give Julie an all-over exciting, natural-looking copper color. After selecting the perfect shades of 8.34, a light golden copper blonde, and an 8.33, a light deep golden blonde, will be mixed in separate bowls with 30 volume developer. The technique begins at the nape, working up the head, taking roughly 1 square inch of long hair sections. Marbleizing is easy and fast by alternating color formulas with 2 to 3 inch splashes of color applied down the shaft. When complete, twist the hair and lay it to the side. Continue moving up and across the back of the head with the marbleizing technique, alternating each copper formula, making sure to work the hair color into the shaft for good saturation. Then again, twisting each section and laying it off to the side. Marbleizing can be a great way to offer natural-looking color shades to your clients, as curly hair looks more natural by choosing complementary colors that transition off one another. In Julie's case, her hair will end up sparkling with golden copper hair. After finishing the long marbleizing pieces, go back in and apply a formula of 8.34 with 20 volume developer onto the scalp, making sure each section has full saturation of color application. When that is complete, processing time will be 35 minutes. The results of marbleizing color was the perfect choice for Julie. Her hair looks and feels in better condition, and her long locks now shine and sparkle with Shine Everyday Hair Color. ElixerMe Shine Everyday Hair Color, where your hair color can become your most beautiful asset. Nothing turns heads more than a beautiful, vibrant red. Our next client is Inez, and she just happens to love intense red hair color. Our color choice is nothing but 666, a dark, deep red blonde. We'll use a touch-up application using our 666 color formula with 30 volume developer, applying only to the regrowth area. Beginning at the nape, working up the head with horizontal sections, making sure to get on the scalp color saturation. Once the regrowth color application is complete around the face, gently mist the shaft of the hair with water starting in the back. This allows for better color penetration with our new 6.66 formula, now mixed with 20 volume developer, applied onto the shaft and ends, generously working the hair color into the hair, working around the entire head for a full color application. Once that is complete, process for 40 minutes. The results are gorgeous, vibrant, red hair sealed to perfection with ElixerMe serum for amazing, shiny, intense red hair that lasts. ElixerMe Shine Everyday Hair Color, where your hair color can become your most beautiful asset. The perfect color technique for strong geometric shapes is color blocking. Jordan is our next client, who is very experimental with hair color and hair cutting. She is a natural level 4 with an inch of regrowth, and her mid-shaft and ends have an orange-red undertone left over from previous colors she has done. The desired ElixerMe color is an intense red-violet shade, so we have chosen a formula of 4.65, a mahogany red-brown with 30 volume developer for her regrowth area, and a formula of 6.20, a dark intense violet blonde mixed with an inch of violet mix and 30 volume developer for her mid-shaft to ends. Starting on the top, we are applying our 4.65 with 30 volume formula just to her regrowth area. Working throughout the right side, front to back, working down the head, taking fine sections, applying our formula onto her regrowth until we have completed the full head. Once the regrowth application is complete, we'll begin applying our 6.2 and 30 volume formula to her mid-shaft and ends, starting at the top, working down the head, making sure to apply color generously to the shaft, and working it into the hair. Then laying each section over the head and working down the head in the same manner until complete. Then continue moving on to the opposite side, starting at the top, working down the head, applying to the mid-shaft to ends. When the entire application is complete, processing time is 40 minutes. The results are truly exciting, vibrant, red-violet hair, rich in color intensity, superior condition, and healthier-looking hair. ElixerMe Shine Everyday Hair Color, where your hair color can become your most beautiful asset. No haircut truly dazzles without hair color. Mia is our next client, who loves wearing a fashionable haircut and is excited about coloring her hair for the first time. Oliver is talking to Mia about making her hair color just as fashionable as her haircut, using an exciting, intense violet brown color with a virgin application, using a formula of 4.20 intense violet brown mixed with an inch of blue mix and 30 volume developer. This will deepen her natural level 5 hair color. A virgin application is started at the top, applied only to the mid-shaft and ends, 1 inch away from the scalp, working around the head, laying the hair over the previous section until the entire back area is complete. When working the application in the front sections, we'll approach each section differently by starting with the same color formula an inch away from the scalp onto the shaft of the hair and then tipping the last part of the shaft of the hair with ElixerMe powder bleach and 20 volume developer. Working each section methodically around the face, making sure each section has a good amount of bleach mixture to the ends. As we come around the front, the same application applies, placing our color formula on the first part of the shaft with equal portions of bleaching mixtures to the shaft and ends, depending on the length of the hair. And as the color is applied to the longer sections of the hair in the front, keep in mind how the proportion of bleach application will accentuate the color end result, and as we'll go back in later to color over the pre-lightened parts of the hair with a brighter violet red. Once the application is complete, we'll mix up the same formula of 4.20 with an inch of blue mix and 30 volume to begin applying it to the scalp area, working from the front hairline around the back into each section, applying color on the scalp. Once complete, the processing time is 40 minutes. Special note, once the color is processing, watch the bleach sections lift until they lift to a red-orange undertone. Wipe the bleach off the ends, spray it with water, and towel dry really well. Then apply a small mixture to the lightened ends with a formula of 5.65, a light red mahogany brown with 10 volume to process the last 30 minutes. Now Mia's haircut moves with fabulous hair color that shines and sparkles with flashes of intense reds, making her hair look like a work of art. ElixerMe Shine Everyday Hair Color, where your hair color can become your most beautiful asset. When it comes to blondes, think outside the box. Katie is a client with long, fragile, natural hair with previous lightened ends. She is a natural level 5 and wants to do something different to become an all-over blonde without being too gold. Oliver has suggested a transitional blonde technique that progressively goes from a dark ash golden brown into the back to a brighter ash golden blonde on the top, ending in the front with a high-lift beige blonde. Using a virgin application starting in the lower back, working horizontal sections up the head, starting with our formula of 6.31, a dark tobacco blonde with 30 volume developer for the underneath section, making sure there's a good amount of the underneath portion that has most of the hair color formula. After moving above the occipital bone onto the crown area, we'll transition the color formula to an 8.31, a light tobacco blonde with 30 volume developer with the same virgin application until the full back is complete. As we move to the front section, we'll apply ElixerMe bleaching powder with 30 volume developer, applying onto sections 1 inch away from the scalp, on the shaft until the entire front section is complete. A formula for the on-the-scalp application will be the 6.31 and 30 volume developer, applied on the scalp all over the entire head. Processing time will be 40 minutes. Special note, at the shampoo bowl, apply to well-towel dried hair a small formula of 100.20, an extra light intense sheer blonde with 20 volume applied only to the pre-lightened bleach section in the front. Then process another 20 minutes, shampoo, rinse, and style. Katie's finished cut and style, along with her amazing blonde-on-blonde hair color, creates an amazing transformation. ElixerMe Shine Everyday Hair Color, where your hair color can become your most beautiful asset.